So during my time away from streaming, yesterday I kind of stirred up a little bit. I wouldn't say controversy, but I stirred up a conversation. Stirred up a conversation, and it was based off of this tweet. Now I've seen this before, and I believe we have talked about it before, but I believe the whole Grand Theft Auto 6 $100 conversation is very weird. I find it to be very weird. I know that we were initially making jokes when I believe it was one of the people that worked for Take Two or Rockstar, said, I believe it's Take Two. I don't think it was directly under Rockstar, but I remember them saying something about like, Grand Theft Auto 6, being potentially worth $100, no longer $60 game, $70 game because of the content. Like could be worth $100. And I remember a lot of people making jokes about it, saying, yeah, I used to pay $100. I've been waiting for GTA 6 for over 13 years. I would gladly pay $100, right? And it started off as jokes, but all jokes are half truths, bro. All jokes are half truths. People are calling other people broke, like your broke ass can't afford $100 game. Why are you talking like stay brokey, stay over there? You can't afford Grand Theft Auto 6. I'll pay $100, blah, 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 blah. So we kept going. Months passed, and we're still talking about it we still don't even have a release date for Grand Theft Auto 6, by the way. So don't even have a release date for Grand Theft Auto 6, but this is still a topic on this whole $100 thing. Okay. And there was a tweet that came out yesterday, and this was SQC's opinion, right? SQC's opinion. And he said, and I quote, gamers will sprinkle $300 worth of skins in a year, but suddenly $100 is too much. And it says SQC defended GTA 6's rumors of $100 and it's amid his criticisms. Okay. So I said this in the most disrespectful way possible. I said, yeah, bitch, we will. And I wasn't saying we as in like me, because I don't actively participate in spending all of that money on one video game. Like that's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But I have learned over the years to not judge the people who are hardcore gamers on one or two video games, right? Because who knows, he didn't specify, but $300 could have been over a span of 3 years, could have been over a span of 5 years. Like if we're talking about 1 year, I mean, it is kind of out there. But I will say this: if you only play games like Fortnite, if you only play Call of Duty, if you only play 2K, things like that, and you don't play anything else, like you don't go out spending $60-$70 every month on a new video game, then honestly, I mean, if you feel like you're getting your money's worth, then go for it. I'm not going to judge you either way, because at least you are putting, or you're finding value in that one video game. And if you want to spend $300, like, and again, minus the 2K folks, because those folks there, I feel like they're kind of, we've had our tip with the 2K folks, because they be kind of again just spending all that money on a game that comes out every single year. So that's another story. But again, I'm not gonna be fully mad, but because a lot of those guys, again, they're content creators and they only play 2K. So again, I'm not going to fully fault them, because half the time they don't know what they're doing anyways. But at least they're spending money because they're finding value in that game, and they're getting it back on the back end if they're a successful content creator. So again, that's a different conversation. But I continue to say this: usually people do that for free to play games. So let's just put that out there. If you're spending $300 plus on one video game, usually it's for a free-to-play game. And as you know, free-to-play games, there's no barrier of entry, right? I could understand if you are already paying $60-$70 and you're spending money on top of it. Again, going back to the 2K example, is an obvious example, or Call of Duty, is another good one. People will gladly fork over the money scans for that. But again, usually the people who do that, they only play that one game. Let me know when you're frag. I still gotta download it, Siggy. I still gotta download it. I might hop on it tonight though. We'll see. So yeah. So again, even those people who spend money on games that cost money to buy, typically, again, those people, if you're spending $300 plus, I'm more than certain that's the only game that you play, right? So again, I can't fully fault them. And while SQC is not, he's not fully wrong with his statement. He's not fully wrong with his statement, but it's sprinkled in the realm of you don't know how to read the room. Because let me continue on with what I said. I said usually people do that for free to play games, and or it ends up being the only game that they play for a long time. I said this guy SQC is a co-owner of one of the biggest GTA RP servers, by the way. So again, he already has a bias. He already has a bias. Okay, so yeah, you know, he'll be getting more money because you're going to be buying into GTA, right? You're gonna be buying into GTA, and then you want to play on one of the most popular RP servers, right? So you're gonna go to his server, right? So he gonna get money off of you. So it's all business, bro. It's all a way to make him money. So again, don't believe this isn't just coming out of nowhere. This isn't just coming out of nowhere. What up, Rev? We just started, bro. We just started. And I also said, this guy's rich, by the way. I was like, the fuck you doing shilling for a company like Rockstar for? Why are you shilling? Wild's Blue Year 46. Wow. Jeez, that's tragic. That's tragic. So that's what I said, right? And so people had some pushback. And I was like, this is weird. But let me say my second tweet here, because I'm finding it super weird that people are advocating for GTA 6 to be $100 at launch. I could understand, again, being willing to pay it, because again, GTA 6 is one of the most anticipated games in the last decade, right? So I could understand people paying it, because I know they're going to. You know, that's without question. People are going to pay $100 if GTA 6 is $100. That's not the point. But if you're openly advocating for GTA 6 to be $100, you have something wrong with you. You have something wrong with you. And I said, for the people who are advocating, I hope you get what you wish for. This is the same wave as the following. DLC, because DLC was not a thing at first. You know, when you brought out a video game, especially when the cartridge era, the CD era, that was it, right? There was no patches, there was no expansions. If there was an expansion, it was on a totally separate cartridge or disc. You couldn't add on. So DLC was a new concept that, you know, it's way past the point now. But we've contributed to DLC. We've contributed to cosmetics in video games. We contributed to battle passes. We contributed to loot boxes. These are all things that the developers and the publishers threw out there to see who would jump on it, and we did. You know, I was a contributor to it as well. You know, at some point I was a contributor to these as well. So I'm not going to say, oh man, I've never done that my entire life, because I definitely have. You know, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, in the original Modern Warfare, I definitely got the DLC. You know, and I've gotten DLC in the past, but usually I don't anymore. You know, DLC I usually don't anymore. Cosmetics, I will get some cosmetics. I'm not gonna lie. Battle passes, if I really like the game, I will get some battle passes. But again, typically these are free to play games. So if I'm already paying nothing to get in, if I throw a little bit of money here and there for a cosmetic or a battle pass, I don't really see it as being a totally bad thing. I'm not spending $300 on one video game. You know, even in a lifetime of playing a video game, I can't think of a time where I spent $300 on a video game. But I maybe have for Marvel Snap. That's probably the only game. I'm not gonna lie, but I play Marvel Snap every single day. I play Marvel Snap every single day. I've told y'all that. So I find the value in that. So I get the battle pass every month. That's $10. So, you know, so if that's the only thing that I do, so it's $10, you know, times 12. So, because it comes out every month. So it's $120. So I've spent at least $120 on Marvel Snap. So that's the only thing that I'll say that, man. To preface that. So, but again, you know, I play it every single day. So I find the value in that. So again, I'm not going to be like, hey man, I've never done this before, because I definitely have. But to end this, I said consumers, think about what your actions typically lead to in gaming and reconsider. Now, I've been saying for a very long time, if you are upset with the gaming sphere, if you're upset with these games that are halfway done, if you're upset with these games that come out and they're missing they're missing a whole section, if they're broken at launch, stuff like that, I don't think that people realize the power that you have as a consumer, because people tend to think about individuality. You know, it's like it's same thing with like voting. It's like, oh, well, what can I do? You know, what can me as this one person can do? But again, when people speak up, they can make a change. And I said, for the longest time, vote with your wallet. I don't like the other side, trying to take that and turn it into something negative, but it is a statement that holds true. Vote with your wallet, because if you don't buy something, or if you complain about it to the point where the people up top get wind of it, trust me, if it affects their bottom line, which is always money, they will change their mind. They will change their mind because they will have no choice, because it's affecting the bottom line and they want money. They want money. So if you're affecting the money, then they will reconsider. So I'm like, why are we putting this idea into Rockstar and Take-Two's head to charge $100 because you're okay with it, and saying, oh man, I'm glad you pay $100 because Rockstar never missed. They never missed, and they're going to give me all the content. What are you talking about? GTA 5 has had so many content updates. Why are we acting like this video game had all of this content at launch? Does anyone remember how GTA multiplayer was at launch? Do y'all remember? Because I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I could not play the game at launch for GTA Online. I could not play it. I remember I was trying to get into the game for over an hour. When I finally got in, I could barely create my character. I was flying in the air. This was on PS3, by the way. Look how far we come. This was on PS3. It was insane. I got turned off immediately. I could barely do the first mission when I got into the game. Now imagine, again, I'm not wishing this upon Rockstar by any means, but imagine, especially because of the hype of this game, what if, I'm bringing up a what if scenario, what if people got GTA 6, they said, forget the single player, I don't even want to play the single player, I just want to go straight to GTA Online. What if, I'm gonna give you two scenarios. What if, because this happened with GTA 5 as well, because the GTA Online was not available at launch, by the way. It wasn't available at launch. It came later. It was not there day one. What if GTA Online was not available for GTA 6 day one? That's scenario one. Scenario two, what if the exact same thing happens with GTA Online and GTA 6 that happened at GTA 5 at launch, because so many people are trying to get online and the servers cannot handle it? What if? People don't think about that. People just say, oh, Rockstar don't miss, man. Rockstar don't miss. It's so much content. It's so much content that they have given us with GTA 5. So I'll gladly pay $100 for that thing. I'll gladly pay $100 because I've been waiting for so long. Just think about it. Just think about it, because there is a scenario. And if that happens, then what? You're going to be upset, most likely, right? Or are you going to change your mind after the fact and be like, damn, I paid $100 and I can't even play GTA Online? Or I paid $100 and GTA Online is not even available yet. What if? I'm just asking questions. And somebody asked, Spike, am I going to DreamCon? I would like to. We'll see. So this is what I said, right? Okay. So I got some response in. This guy, he didn't understand. He said, you're shilling just as he is. I'm not shilling. I wasn't saying we as in I'm also participating in it, but he said, I just love how you think you're different by spending $300 on a game. Again, I haven't spent $300 on a game. he just like spouted off at their mouth. If anything, you're worse than he is. We know he's just getting paid, but you virtue signaling for corporations is hilarious. I'm not virtue signaling. He just, anyway. I said, for the record, I don't do that. I've come to a place where I don't shame folks for spending money on free-to-play games when that's the only game that they play. I play so many games, it's super rare that I would even invest that much money into one video game. So I just politely responded to him, but he didn't know what he was saying. This person said, well, number one, he has a point about people who already spend hundreds of dollars on microtransactions. Yes, he does, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. And he said, number two, and again, this is one person who already was like, it's okay with it, that GTA provides more value to the consumer than most games because of replay value and a long-standing active player base. Consumers generally pay more for better products. I want to say this. GTA and your value, what you see as having value for GTA is your perceived value. I want to say that again. The value that you are placing on GTA 6 is your perceived value, which means you may think that GTA 6 has a lot of value, so much value that you'll gladly pay $100. You'll gladly pay more, as this person says. You'll gladly pay more for this video game. But to me, I may not see GTA 6 having that value. I may not see it having the same value as you do. And again, it's subjective. That's what perceived is. It means in this conversation. It is my perception of the value versus your perception of the value. I could bring up another example. I could look at a Montclair coat and be like, that thing is ugly. That has no value to me other than potentially keeping me warm. Some other person will be like, that jacket, that coat looks amazing. I see the value being however much of Montclair coat is. I don't even know. You just insert your favorite designer here. They see the value in it, so they'll go and buy something that's $1,000+ just because it's a luxury brand and they put the price tag on it, right? You can put a price tag on anything. And again, it's going to be my perceived value versus your perceived value. I don't like a lot of designer clothes. Just because it has a high price tag on it does not mean that I see it being worth that value. Okay? I can easily find something else that's $50 or $100 that I feel like, okay, that is worth it. That looks good to me. I'm going to purchase it. Okay? So it's the same thing with video games. So I don't understand. This person saying I'll spend a couple bucks here and there on free-to-play games because I'll try them out and 90% of the time drop them in, less than 5-ish hours. The few that make me stick around will make me feel like they earned some money, so I'll buy a skin or whatever. How hard is that to understand? I mean, yeah, that's fine. This person said, who cares? And I was like, who cares about what? I was like, what are you saying? And he said, gaming, as you and the entire GI claims, is getting expensive. It is getting expensive. Consumers will purchase GTA 6 regardless of the price due to their track record. And I said, I agree. I do agree with that. They will purchase it regardless. He said, we've been waiting for this game. What, we want it cheaper? Sure. But we are going to buy it because we want it. That still does not make the situation any better with you advocating for it and openly saying in a public forum that, hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to charge $100 for this game, which, by the way, we have no clue what content GTA 6 will have at launch. I already said it, but we don't even know when this game is coming out. We still don't know. They said, oh, there's a chance it will still come out in 2025, but we really don't know, right? We really don't know. So again, people are just going off of what happened in the past. But again, GTA 5 is over 13 years old at this point. So yeah, they've had a lot of time because of y'all buying shark cards and all this other stuff. I don't even know what's going on in GTA 5. I haven't played GTA Online in so long. It just wasn't for me. So I don't know what's going on in that game. But y'all started buying shark cards. I heard that was the beginning of the end pretty much. And Rockstar said, oh, y'all niggas are buying stuff? All right, we're just going to go all in on GTA Online. We're not giving y'all any DLC for the original story. We're just going to give y'all all of this content, added missions and stuff for GTA Online. We're just going to keep going. We're going to make the game for the PS4 and the Xbox One generation. Then we're going to do it again, and we're going to do it again, and then now we are, because there's no reason why that one video game should have lasted this long. No reason why. That's insane that y'all kept this game relevant for that long. And then RP happened too. I can't forget about RP, because I would admit I think the RP definitely it highly expanded the shelf life of GTA, because they found so many other things to do. You could basically play the game however you want. So GTA RP and all the modding that, oh my god, that kept that game super relevant. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, and I think people don't understand, Jericho. And I said that I already understand why you would pay $100, because you anticipated the game for so long. But why are you advocating for it? That is the problem. Why are you advocating for the game being $100? I don't understand that part. Why would you rather pay $100 than pay $70? Why are you openly telling Rockstar and Take-Two that, yeah, man, I'll gladly pay $100 because I know this game is going to have a lot of content? You don't know. They could give you a pile of shit and you'll still buy it because of the name. Right? I mean, you could just admit it. It's okay, but that's not the that's not the reality that I would like to see in video games, right? That's not the reality that I want to see in video games. So I said that. And then this person just kept going and kept going. I just had to leave the conversation because I'm like, bro, you can argue, with everybody else, but I'm not participating in this conversation anymore. This dude said, what's wrong with $100? He said, Rockstar pushes the needle with every new release. Open world games are built completely different because of Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5, which I don't want to give Rockstar the full credit on how open world games have changed. I don't want to give them full credit on that. The whole industry giving a price hike is one thing, but this is a developer that have never missed in my recent memory. So again, another person who's advocating for it. What's wrong with the $100? What do you mean what's wrong with the $100? We shouldn't have to pay $100 for one video game. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have to. So this person got it, which I told him already. Said once one company does it and it works, everyone else will follow suit. This is my biggest fear. This type of situation is something you shut down from the start. Plus $100 for a base game that will still have microtransactions in it is highway robbery. Yes, I agree. This person said, you're right, every company could do that, but how long before their stock and business goes down the drain? Ubisoft can sustain this with the quality they're dropping. Xbox knows they can sustain 70. That's why everything is on Game Pass, which I don't fully agree with, but no. So they say you just don't believe it's a studio dev team can make a game like, yeah, I'll spend that much. Yeah, I don't understand. So I said to this person, I said, this is example A of MFers who don't read, comprehend, or understand the effects of a consumer. Said, like I said before, I hope you get what you wish for, because if Rockstar gets away with this, if y'all let them get away with this, other companies will follow suit. I said, with way less content than you think GTA will have day one. High emphasis on you than what you think GTA will have. What you think, because we're all just going off of speculation based on their track record and what they did last game, which Rockstar doesn't even come out with any games. They just said, all right, we're just going to continue giving you GTA 5 and then Red Dead Redemption 2. That was it. But they're really just riding off of GTA Online, which is just insane. So, and then I replied to this person too, which I already said. I said another one. I said, you can't make this stuff up. I was like, don't complain when $100 becomes the industry standard. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember how many people were complaining when 2K was one of the first games that to drop the $70 price tag? People complaining, oh man, but you had all the 2K people, everybody wants to ball on. They're like, okay, I'm still gonna buy it. And guess what happened? Now every single AAA game that comes out is $70, $69.99. All it takes is one. People are already so broke that they still don't have a PS5. TBH talks about them all the time. They're still gaming on PS4s, but you will openly pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. Okay. Y'all know that game ain't coming out on PS4, right? So if you have a PS4 and you don't have a PC, you don't have an Xbox Series X, S, or X, you're going to have to get a PS5. So You want to talk about broke niggas not being not being able or not wanting to spend $100 on GTA 6, but you don't have $500 to spend on a PS5. The irony, the fucking irony, right? That's why I said, man, people are. It's like the golden horse outfit all over again. Oh my goodness. And so this person replied to me when I said to him, he said, you niggas think consumers run the gaming industry when we don't. If that's the case, you MFers will get the products y'all want. So you're telling me Ubisoft with their track record could just hike the game up to $100 and not become a failing company? But this is a terrible example. I don't like him continuing to use Ubisoft because Ubisoft already shot themselves in the foot multiple times. They already shot themselves in the foot multiple times. So Ubisoft is a terrible example here. Of course, Ubisoft wouldn't try that, and if they did, yeah, I mean the same thing would happen, and people would not go for it. But it's based off what Ubisoft had done in the past. It's not just coming out of the blue and be like, oh man, like every game that we've come out with in the last 5 years has been a banger. So let's go ahead and now charge $100 for Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's not the same situation. Not the same situation. You said you clearly don't know business talking to me. I said, let me ask you something. I said, how old are you? Because I just wanted to know. I wanted to know because I'm like, if I'm arguing with a freaking teenager or a person fresh out of college, I'm just going to end this conversation right now. He said he's 27. He said he's 27, and I said I'm going to make this very simple for you. I'm going to make this very simple for you. Consumers absolutely run everything you know and love. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, chat. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. I didn't take a business class. I wasn't a business major, but I know I know the simple fact that money talks. If you do not buy something and you complain about it, what is the company going to do? If you do not like the product, you have all of the power. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. You have all of the power. I said, people don't buy something and complain about it. Trust the company selling said product will feel the effects. Look at Warner Brothers, for example. Now, this is a good example of like we're seeing it in real time. Warner Brothers is decaying. Warner Brothers is thinking about selling off their assets. Warner Brothers just shut down 3 more studios. And that was because of L after L after L. Multiverses, L. Suicide Squad, L. Mortal Kombat 1, L. L after L after L. Wonder Woman didn't even come out. Shut down the studio. That is a better example. People were like, what is this? You gave me a product that I do not like, or you gave me products that I do not like that aren't pushing the needle. We are not going to buy it. We are not going to play it. It's as simple as that. You have more power as a consumer than you think. Okay? Gotham Knights, yeah, another one. Which Gotham Knights wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the greatest. People clearly wanted more Batman Arkham games. And they got Gotham Knights, ended up being not full co-op. That was their first mistake because it wasn't full co-op. They ended up bringing that half-ass like survival co-op later on. Didn't end up working out. Yeah, people just another L. So again, it's been a lot of L's for them too. So, oh man. And so I was like, all right, cool. So more people are just saying stuff. More people are just saying stuff. I said, for further clarification, I said, I'm not questioning your perceived value of Grand Theft Auto 6. I like people are only going off a track record right now because we don't know anything about the game. I'm arguing the folks who are openly defending the rumored price. Because again, there is no confirmation that this game is going to be $100. But I was like, because y'all are giving Take-Two all the ammo to make it $100 though, because y'all are yapping in favor of it. Why are y'all yapping in favor of this game being $100? I don't care what your perceived value is. If you had the choice to pay $100 or $70, what would you pay? And this should be a very simple answer. I ain't trying to hear that, oh, $100 because y'all are broke niggas answer. I would rather pay less for the same product. I'm sorry. Like, so you talk about MK1, the gameplay Team 1000 has been released today. Oh man. So yeah, man. I'm just like, bro. And so Wavy, shout out to Wavy. He said, "Hey, dog, you gotta remember, a lot of these niggas defending $100 GTA are most likely the same niggas that spent over $100 on 2K. Yep. And but they love giving 2K money. Yeah, it's all in the same family." I was like, man. I said, you right, bro. I said they all fall into the same bucket. So of course they would have the same drone mindset and be cool with just throwing money away. Look at what they're doing with WWE 2K25. If you haven't noticed, I think we talked about it already, and we talked about it on this recent pod too. But they're coming out with the Island, which is just the wrestling version of 2K's The City. They're gonna nickel and dime y'all in WWE 2K25 now. So I like wrestling. All y'all wrestling fans, here y'all go. Now y'all about to experience it too. It's a shame because they said, "Oh man, 2K, that y'all keep doing it for basketball, so let's just do it for wrestling now." Same situation, man. Take Two. They just keep doing it, and y'all gonna keep falling for it. Y'all gonna keep falling for it. I'm like, boy, oh boy. And I just didn't hear. I said, man, I forgot though. I said, y'all don't buy or play games. I'm like, let me refocus. Carry on. Because I can almost guarantee you the majority of people that are arguing in favor of this, they don't play. They may play 3-4 games a year. Those are casual gamers, in my opinion. You may be a hardcore, but you got a lot of hours in these games, but you're a hardcore casual. You are a hardcore casual. And it's okay. It's okay. But you do not have the facilities, big man. You do not have the facilities to engage in conversations like this. You are a casual. You are a casual, and it's okay. And people were complaining that, still saying that there aren't any games to play. I'm like, I don't know what world that you're living in, but there are a lot of games to play. A lot of games to play. You just don't try them out. And we see this in the top 10 every single month. We see it at the end of the year what the top 10 games are. We're about to take another L, 2K25 like 2K20. So that was my whole rant on that. I'm like, bro, y'all are really like, am I in a reality timeline here? Like I'm in an alternate reality, bro. I'm in an alternate reality. If y'all really up here saying, yes, I would gladly pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. Nobody said that was the price of it. Nobody. But y'all keep yapping about it. They're going to do it. And I'm going to be upset because all y'all are going to buy it because y'all been waiting on this game for over 13 years, man. Let's start getting them more indie games. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's start getting them more indie games because, like I said, this whole forget AAA games. They're gonna be talking about quadruple A games a lot more if y'all keep it up. The quadruple A games are going to be the games that cost $100. It's like, boy, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, we already got inflation. Y'all complaining about eggs. Elon over here doing crazy stuff. Trump over here doing crazy stuff. The last thing that I need in my hobby and a way that I'm making another living is having to shell out another $30 for a video game that's going to have the same amount of content that probably the last game had. Doing the same $100 I can pay a phone bill by, right, man? I'm like, come on. I can't, man. My morals won't let me, dog. My morals won't let me. So that's that. That's my entire rant on that. But I'm like, wow, I have no clue what's going on. Like, y'all are serious about this. This isn't a joke anymore, joking on broke people, on broke boys. Y'all are serious about this. Please stop. I know you're gonna buy the game. I know everybody's gonna be playing GTA 6. It's about to go crazy whenever it comes out. But please don't be advocating for paying $100, please. Because I almost guaranteed other companies will follow suit. They're gonna be like, any open world game is not gonna be $100. Any game that has a multiplayer attached is gonna be $100. Why? It doesn't need to be that. It doesn't need to be that way. So that's that, man.